Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being with us here at 6 a.m. on our Friday morning. I'm Evan Irani, in for Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irampour. We're going to start this hour with our top story here. We'll get right to it. This morning, a judge could finally decide on the placement of this man who you see on your screen, a sexually violent predator. State hospital officials want to place Douglas Badger into a home in Borrego Springs, but many residents there have been fighting back.
So CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol is live at the Hall of Justice. She has more on the issues the judge is considering today. Dana Marie?
Well, good morning, Evan and Netta. The community of Borrego Springs is calling Douglas Badger dangerous. He's been in state hospital for nearly 25 years after child molestation and kidnapping, and he's soon set to be released, but with very high supervision. Now, this is the time when Borrego Springs community is begging the judge to not allow this predator into their neighborhood. First, there was talks of him living in Rancho Bernardo, then Mount Helix, but those communities fought back. The proposal by the state hospital is officials is to place Douglas Badger into a home in Borrego Springs where he would undergo treatment, be monitored by GPS, and also be prohibited from leaving the residence without any supervision. The 79-year-old man is diagnosed with a mental disorder that makes him likely to reoffend, which worries parents. They told San Diego Superior Court Judge Theodore Weathers 2 weeks ago in a hearing that they're scared because children live within a quarter of a mile of the home where Badger would live. County Supervisor Jim Desmond also noted the community's lack of rapid law enforcement response and frequent electrical outages that would make inadequate monitoring of him. Desmond said the average law enforcement response time is 28 minutes during the daytime and even longer at night, while medical and behavioral health services are located 73 miles away from the remote desert community. All things the Borrego Springs neighborhood are citing to make sure this man does not become a resident in their neighborhood. Although this does lie in the hands of Judge Weathers, the hearing is scheduled for today, so of course we're hoping to get an update for that. I'm Dana Marie McNichol, coming to you live from the San Diego Courthouse.
Dana Marie, we appreciate it. And also this morning, flights resuming at the San Diego International Airport after a security breach yesterday. Passengers had to be evacuated. Planes were temporarily grounded.
I mean, look at all of those people lined up to leave the airport. CBS 8's Chris Groh live at the airport with what we know about the man who prompted all of this. I'm sure so many people are wondering why in the world they had to do that. Good morning.
Yeah, not a lot of information coming from either the TSA, the airport, or even potentially police there on who this man is and exactly why he took off from the security checkpoint. But what we can tell you is a lot of passengers were obviously frustrated and impacted by this, so you can hear directly from them. Take a listen.
We sat here and sat here. Now they're letting us in, but my flight was canceled.
Trying to get home. We would have been landed by now.
It's not an urgent trip for me. Like, I might just go home. Like, I don't want to deal with this.
And so this all happened yesterday afternoon. What we are being told is that according to the TSA, a man going through security just around noon with a carry-on was flagged for additional screening. But instead of waiting for the TSA agent to either go through the luggage or to go ahead through extra additional security measures, he took off with the bag. TSA agents couldn't even find him, so they made the choice to clear Terminal 2 as law enforcement canines did a complete sweep. That's why we saw thousands of people waiting outside lines wrapped around the airport right where we are right now. The FAA also temporarily halted all local flights from landing or taking off. So you had delays, you had cancellations, you had people probably trying to catch their connecting flight, got delayed and had maybe that flight canceled. So again, huge impact here by this man's actions. However, we still don't know as of this morning right now. Again, the big question, who this man is, why he ran away from security and law enforcement. So if we do get an update this morning, stay tuned with CBS 8. We'll be sure to get that to you as quickly as possible. Evan and Netta.
Yeah, you clearly see a lot of people still traveling this morning, so they're able to get in that airport. Thank you, Chris Groh. And now this morning, a pilot is seriously hurt after this happened. So that's a small plane that went down in El Cajon. We covered this for you extensively as breaking news yesterday during our midday show. It happened on Greenfield Drive, right under the I-8 overpass, about 10:30 yesterday morning when that plane came down. And it actually hit the guardrail of Interstate 8 and then hit the hood of an SUV. But the driver of that SUV was not hurt.
A plane just kind of hit my front of my car and then crashed. I just immediately was like, oh my God, and then I'm just so grateful that I'm okay.
I mean, could you imagine driving and seeing a plane come right at your car? This is unbelievable. Now, the pilot, you saw him being taken away by paramedics there. He's a 65-year-old. He was conscious and alert, and his injuries are being described as non-life-threatening. The cause of the crash, it's all still under investigation by the FAA and the NTSB. Over in Santa Cruz County, not a same outcome there, unfortunately. Investigators are looking into what led to a pair of planes that collided midair. So this was at the Watsonville Airport. The twin-engine Cessnas collided yesterday afternoon, killing at least 2 people. Nobody on the ground was hurt.
This morning, police are looking for a man accused of kidnapping and sexual assault. Take a look at the sketch that's about to show up here on your screen. It happened last Saturday morning near Pacific Beach Drive at Gresham Street. Police say a 24-year-old woman was walking alone and was approached by the man who offered a ride. When she declined, police say that he forced her into his car and sexually assaulted her. The woman then escaped. The man is being described as in his 30s with short, dark brown hair, a mustache as well. He was driving an older model tan or gray sedan. You're asked to call Crime Stoppers if you have any of that information. That's actually a gold sedan, I should say.
Yeah, let's hope he is found quickly. And now an update on Padres superstar Fernando Tatis Jr. So many people wondering what will happen. Well, he's expected to have more meetings, all in the aftermath of his suspension.
He reportedly met with General Manager A.J. Preller away from Petco Park. That was yesterday, according to the UT. Tatis is expected to meet with the team chairman, Peter Seidler, tomorrow. We're still waiting to see when he plans to address his teammates. Well, we did hear from some of those teammates about the whole situation yesterday.
I'm there, by his side. I'm talking to him every day. He's feeling very bad.
Getting the news was surprising, but I think we've handled it fine. Everything's been somewhat normal during that, so I think we just take a game at a time and go out there and play the game.
We've moved on. It's hard. You want to sit here and think about what happened and everything that comes with it, but we got to move on. We got baseball to play. We got a bigger thing in mind right now.
So as you hear there, the overall feeling in the clubhouse is that they want Tatis to communicate with the team, and then that situation can move forward. But you hear a lot of them saying they just want to move on. They want to play those games. They want to keep winning.
Win, 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 so you can get that wild card spot. Today marks another big milestone for the new Snapdragon Stadium. So local leaders, along with San Diego State University, they're very excited. They're going to hold a ribbon cutting ceremony. I mean, look at this. You remember it being demolished when it was the Q, and now it's come to life again. It all comes ahead of a scrimmage for the Aztecs football team tomorrow at 5 p.m. And that's for season ticket holders. Lucky them. The season opener is on Saturday, September 3rd, 12:30 p.m. game against Arizona right there at the Snapdragon Stadium. It will be nationally televised. You can watch on CBS 8. Okay, let's look at this forecast here. You said cool down this weekend.
Yes, so finally some cooler temperatures are expected. Coolest of days on Saturday, so that's something to work with. Here's a look outside as we start off your Friday morning. You can see how temperatures this afternoon are going to be making their way to the mid-70s along the coast. Mid and upper 80s inland as opposed to the 90s that we had seen for quite a while. Mid-80s for the mountaintops and 107 out there for the desert. So far, marine layer has been present to start off the morning. You see those clouds building along the coast and spreading farther inland. Wider picture shows you how many showers and thunderstorms have popped up around the Arizona area, all the way up through Nevada, right along that California-Nevada border. We saw some of those showers come about. But for San Diego County specifically, we are in the clear. We are dry out there. Let's talk about what's going on as far as this afternoon goes. So Many of the temperatures that you're seeing here on your screen for this afternoon are significantly cooler than where we were, say, Monday and Tuesday, right? I mean, Santee and El Cajon were in the mid-90s to start off the week. Now they've cooled down to the upper 80s, 89 for Santee and El Cajon, 83 for La Mesa, I should say, 83 for Mira Mesa, 73, a little bit cooler with the sea breeze coming in play for Pacific Beach, and 71 in La Jolla for that forecast high. Moving up the coastline, we'll make it to 79 in Oceanside, 77 in Carlsbad, 89 in Escondido, and 86 in Rancho Bernardo. Showers and thunderstorms are possible over the mountaintops and deserts, I should say. For your inland valleys, there's a chance that a few of those could pop up as we head into your Saturday afternoon. Humidity is going to remain pretty high. Let's talk about what's going on in traffic this morning. So far, things have been pretty quiet on the roads to start off the day. Looks like we have nothing to note really here. We earlier had seen a crash that was up around the North County area. Looks like that has now been cleared. So again, we are good to go to start off the day. The one that you see here on your screen from the Santee area is actually that El Cajon plane crash that is still popping up on our traffic maps here, but is no longer a threat. As we mentioned, the entirety of the A is back open this morning.